one up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Let's go now. 60 or.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Got it. 51, Mike, 51. Springstone, travel. We own it.
On 2nd down now. It's Allen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Get it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Check.
Leo.
He's crashing.
He's driven.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. This one taken in by Hester. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's it. Big hit.
You ready?
If you want the mic. Check.
And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watch twist.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look at...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, exit. Now.
2nd and 1. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a give, right side. Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey!
They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Picked off at the 39. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Let's go deep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, echo.
Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, Delta. Hey, look at me. Zipper. Time to go, night. Tight dog.
2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At
Down.
91.
3 bucks. Shoot.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and...
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Ready.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Check.
They'll run with Allen. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now Allen. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
On the set.
Mike 51. Let's go.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off down near the 5.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's something like there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
and this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just want... He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb, 83 yards, and the Bills claw one back. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And now look at him go. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 77 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check back, check back.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Nifty move. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 4, check 4.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action